Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. The U.S. will fall short of President Biden's goal to have 70% of adults vaccinated against COVID-19 by July 4th. The White House downplayed the deadline, but noted a pressing need to increase the vaccination rate, especially for people under the age of 30. Police are looking for video evidence after a shooting that left 3 people dead and 4 others injured in St. Louis. 2 victims were found dead outside of a convenience store Monday night. A third person apparently collapsed in a nearby schoolyard. Police described those 3 victims as adult men in their 30s. There's no word yet on the condition of the injured victims, and the motive is still unclear. Officers have been canvassing the city's Ville neighborhood for video evidence of the incident. An Oklahoma inmate is back in custody after he was accidentally released nearly 2 months ago from the Oklahoma County Detention Center. Administrators with the detention center were first alerted Friday that 37-year-old Raimundo Suarez was accidentally released. Jail officials say they acted immediately and notified local authorities that have fugitive task forces. The jail also put out a fugitive warrant for his arrest. Suarez turned himself in after learning he was being looked for. Jail officials are now looking into what caused this issue. We now know the name of an 11-year-old boy who's in the hospital after being seriously injured on the Branson coaster. He's Alondo Perry from Tennessee. Branson fire officials responded to a call at the Branson coaster on the 76th Strip. Alondo was trapped under the coaster. Alondo's grandmother, Shalondra Ford, says Alondo was blind in his right eye and 15% blind in his left. We have no official word on the cause of the accident, but Ford says he thought the ride had ended when it stopped on the tracks. He stood up and the ride started back up, knocking him down. That's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door.
Zach, as we move through the afternoon hours, our temperatures are going to be into the 80s. Whole bunch of sunshine for our Wednesday. Absolutely delightful, as we'll have about a 20-degree warm up there from our morning temperatures pre-sunrise to where we'll top out during our peak part of the afternoon. Overnight, ooh, you can tell that's a little bit of a warming trend on our hands right there. So we're going to throw up 90s on Thursday and Friday. Next shot for rain going to be tomorrow afternoon, as we'll have a system that'll move in from the northwest down to the southeast. Not looking at anything severe, and then nice and delightful. How about 80s over the weekend? We'll be back with more KOAM Morning News right after this.